from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Joe Reed returning. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 43-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 43.
Check 26, check 26.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs.
Number 28.
Yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Jerry Tillery on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. Fighting through it, he's got space. Still on his feet. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Dolphins, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
56. No, right there. 56. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jason Sanders.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Chargers.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hunter Henry brings it in. There he goes, right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One receiver left, that's Allen. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance, it's run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you go to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Play action. Now it's Tua. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Ready? 49.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from second to third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Check.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
56 for Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. I got you. Check 3.
They go with Jacobs. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
By Kenneth Murray.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tim Patrick, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The point after through the raindrops up and good, and the lead is up to 8.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the carry, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
41-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And right side, Henry's got it. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Now on is the punter, Charlton, now as he's able to get this one away. And here comes Westbrook.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs.
Number 20.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, it's Jacobs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
56, Mike, 56. That's the pass. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Sanders for the
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Tua now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
56, Mike.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They run it with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Tua going to run the sneak.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Dolphins 34, Chargers 6. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Chargers take over first.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They run it again with Cook. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Michael Davis. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here we go. 56.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Got a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
And goal at the 12-yard line.
Running is Jacobs. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run with Jacobs. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a fourth and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Dolphins, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon. Charles Davis, my broadcast.